Yo, welcome back to another video. 10.1.5 has been announced and will be releasing on July 11th. I'm incredibly excited for the mid-season patch, so I'm going to share with you my 5 favorite things coming in 10.1.5. Let's jump right into it. First one is the new Megadungeon, Dawn of the Infinite, located near the Temporal Conflicts and Thaldraszus. We get to take back the Bronze Temple by traveling through time. There's a total of 8 bosses that include Galakrond, Tyr, Morchi, which is an alternate version of Chromie, and more. The bosses have a variety of different mechanics that feels like a raid. For instance, the first boss targets each player and will spawn sand puddles where you're standing, which hurts a ton. He then targets 3 random players where he jumps to each one, smashes the ground, shoots out shards, and leaves a puddle that someone must soak. It was an incredibly fun fight, and that's just one of them. There's an obstacle course partway through the dungeon that looks incredible and challenging. Dawn of the Infinite difficulty is supposed to be much higher than a normal dungeon, and that's what Blizzard wanted. It seems like it'll be a mini raid with 5 people that rewards you with some incredibly good trinkets, some weapons and armor that have unique stats, and they even drop at heroic raid eye level, which is awesome. There's even a new transmog set for each armor type: cloth, leather, mail, and plate. The dungeon will be dropping a mythic difficulty, with the lower difficulty being released later on. If you want to check out a full run, Mr. GM and Dratnos have posted their full run on YouTube that you should check out. It's incredibly fun to watch. A brand new spec is being added for Evoker. It's our first support DPS role in World of Warcraft. They use the Bronze and Black Dragonflight to support and buff their allies by increasing their armor, threat, crit, or reverse. They have 2 attunements, one that can buff their party's health and the other movement speed. They have some really cool abilities like Eruption that replaces your Disintegrate that erupts and deals volcanic damage split between enemies. They also have a new ability called Hpally that literally gathers earthen power under the enemy's feet and shoots them upwards. It looks really cool. Ebon Might increases 4 nearby allies' primary stat by percentage of your own, while also buffing your eruption damage. There's so many other cool abilities, and their talent tree looks very solid. I'm looking forward to jumping in and playing around with a bunch of different talent builds. There's no doubt this new support role is going to change up the game and probably be incredibly OP at the start of the patch. I'm very curious how they will impact certain classes going forward in both PvE and PvP. I think it marks a new age for WoW, and I'm excited that they're trying something new. Reworks. Mage is finally getting the rework it deserves. Each specialization is getting some major changes that look incredibly positive. Mages will no longer have Rune of Power, and I'm super excited about this change. It didn't feel comfortable to use in a lot of scenarios in Mythic Plus, where some mechanics need more movement speed, and being tied down to a small location was annoying, especially when it impacted your damage so much. I do think that it might affect the burst, but Blizzard seems to have compensated that for each spec. Fire Mage will now have Flame Strike and Cauterize at all times, and have another playstyle than Sun King's Blessing with the Unleashed Inferno, which increases our damage for most of our abilities and reduces the cooldown on Combustion. Frost Mage Icy Veins is now going to be much more impactful of a cooldown, which will now summon a Water Elemental when active, where it'll do more damage and also apply a debuff to enemies to take up to 20% more damage from us. Blizzard and Cold Snap will also be baseline. Arcane is getting some solid changes to make the playstyle much more fun in AoE scenarios, such as adding a chance to spawn an Arcane Orb when using Arcane Barrage, and Arcane Explosion having an Echo during clear casting to do 40% more damage. Holy Paladin is also getting a much needed rework, which increases damage output and makes heals like Holy Light and Flash of Light feel much more impactful to press. Holy Shock has 2 charges, and Awakening now makes it when you spend enough Holy Power and cast Judgment, you activate Avenging Wrath for 10 seconds. There's a lot more changes happening in each one of these classes, and if you're interested, I highly recommend you go check them out yourself. I'll leave the post down in the description below. Next thing I'm excited about is Warlock Pet and Demon customization. This is something I'm sure Warlock mains have been waiting a really long time for, and the customizations look phenomenal in my opinion. I'm really excited about this. Maybe they'll even add some more later on down the line. Warlocks are even getting a new quest line. I think that you have to be at least level 30, but once you complete the quest line, you can unlock the new imp customization that just seems really cool. There's also a lot of new races going to be able to play Warlock, which includes Night Elves, Draenei, Lightforged Draenei, Pandaren, Koltiran, Tauren, High Mountain Tauren, Mag'har Orcs, and Zandalari Trolls. They can all become Warlocks. I just think this is a really cool thing. I know some people had an issue with, Draenei, Lightforged Draenei being Warlocks, but I think that's where the game is headed, which I think it's a good thing, because there's a lot of people, new people coming into the game even, that just want to play this, this specific race with this class, and this allows that, which I love. The last thing I am really excited about, and that's coming in 10.1.5, is the Dragonriding Cup to Kalimdor. There's going to be 16 different races all throughout Kalimdor that will have different difficulties. I believe there will be 3 different difficulties that you can choose from for each race. There's even going to be some achievements for that. There will be a new currency that will be rewarded for completing these races that you can use to buy a new Dragonriding transmog set, which looks pretty cool, and a new customization for a Dragonriding mount. I am incredibly pumped for this. I can't tell you how much fun it was when Dragonflight came out and I just unlocked Dragonriding, and I was able to go to these races throughout the Dragon Isles and like race my wife or do it with them at the same time and my buddies. It was just a blast. And I'm excited to go back to the old world and do the same thing there. It's going to be so much fun. These are the changes that I am most excited about for 10.1.5. There's even more coming, including like some transmog changes, cross-realm mythic rating, new world events, and more. What are you guys excited about? Let me know down in the comments below. I really appreciate you guys watching the channel. If you guys want to check me out on Twitch, I do stream over there throughout the week, so go check me out there. Thanks for watching. I will catch you in the next video. Peace.